everybody. Another car vlog. Driving up to San Antonio this time for a competition at Dragon's Lair. We are going to be, it's going to be a small comp. It's only, BCP only has 6 people on there, so, you know, it's not a very big one compared to the last one. But, yeah, I got invited out, so I will make the trip. And San Antonio is the closest community that I can get to besides my own, you know, people. And so, getting out there, seeing the sights, you know, experiencing new players is always a great way to improve your skills, kind of deal. So we are going up there. I'm going up there right now, bringing the intercession team again, seeing if I can't use them before they get nerfed. Because I've got a feeling that the durable trait will get some sort of FAQ or errata or something that does something to change its effectiveness. You know, I think it's overall fine, but it is a negative player experience. That when you have, especially for weapons like shotguns and flamers, where the crits do less damage than the normal hits, that's a negative experience, and especially when they can get down to like 1 damage. So I don't know, maybe maybe something like the minimum normal damage or minimum 2 rule. Minimum 2 I think would be the one I would prefer to have, just to not make it be a dead, you know, or to make it be okay, but yeah, I don't know, minimum normal does sound okay, but no, they can't do minimum normal because of the mortal wound sniper or melta hits, because the meltas are only doing 3 damage. Yeah, so it has to be like minimum 2, which I'd be more than fine with. I think that's probably the way to do it. So I'm going up there. I have no idea who I'm playing up against except for Nathan Watts. Nathan Watts, the only one who I know. He's going to be running his Hunter Clade. We're going to get a matchup at the finals, a rematch at the finals from Houston. So that's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to getting another game with Nathan, seeing how that goes, seeing what the teams are going to do. I don't know. I'm wondering if I'm going to see some, because it's a smaller comp, I'm wondering if I'm going to see a lot more compendium teams. I was kind of thinking it would be a little bit bigger, like 8 people, but since the smaller comp, and we'll see how many people actually register on the day of, because it's at a local shop, so it's not like something where people need to do a whole lot of prep ahead of time. They don't need to, you know, get convention tickets or anything like that. So they can probably just, you know, show up and play. So maybe there will be closer to 12. We'll find out. But I'm, you know, it's gonna be fun. I don't know that it's going to be player place. You know, I know it's not going to be player place terrain. I don't believe it's going to be any kind of secondaries, any kind of free choice secondaries. So that's going to be also different, because I've been prepping, or one of the reasons I did so well in Warzone Houston was because I could do my secondary. So I got the 3 that I wanted to take, and so not having that is going to be a little bit. That's going to be a little bit trickier, but everybody's going to be in the same boat, right? But not scoring well on my secondaries was how I compensated for my lower scoring on my primaries a lot of times as a horde team, as an elite team, rather. So, yeah, sorry guys, it's early. I have not yet had enough coffee. I'm going to stop for gas at some point and get the coffee then. So that's kind of where my thoughts are on that. We'll see how we do. Hunter Clade are going to be there. I think there's a few other people whose names I recognize from other BCP comps. So, that'll be interesting to see. Don't know who anybody else from the areas are going to show. We'll see what happens. But it's going to be a good one. I think I'm going to be planning on running the hand flamer power sword assault intercessor sergeant a lot into anything that's not Tau, and the power sword probably auto bolt rifle into anything that is Tau, and just see how that goes. See what's going on with that. I have not faced up against Wormblade, so that's another matchup that I'd like to see. Maybe I wonder if I'm going to face up against some Vet Guard. That's another one that's going to be challenging. I wonder if I'm going to see any of the breachers. The breachers scare me with their group activation and all that, because that's really what will hurt me in the game is if I get more than one. If I lose more than one of my guys in a turn before they can even activate, right? If I lose a guy before they can activate, that's really what hurts me. And breachers have that group activation, all of that stuff, so that they can, in theory, something like the axe jack or the hatch cutter could get in with me with melee, and they got a plasma and a melta and a demo. So any and all of those could catch my guys out and do some group activation shenanigans and do some damage, right? And so that's what I don't want to have happen. Is I don't want to get caught out and then get the beta strike, turning point 2. Turning point 1, if I'm playing against a smart player, they'll hide, they won't give me any shots. So the idea of going full aggressive Marines doesn't work out a lot. Doesn't work out as much as I'd like on the terrain, at least on the terrain that we see a lot here. In general, it's pretty easy to stay fairly concealed, and so there's a lot of that. Now we'll see how that goes. Turning point 2, that's where things get really interesting and decided. We'll see what happens from that and just go from there. Orcs, I think I've got a better handle on how to deal with the orcs this time, the commandos this time around. bring like if I see a greenskins team, that might be another one that's going to be interesting because there's going to be a lot of wounds to chew through, especially if they bring like the double boys team. That one might be another one that might be a little bit harder because they don't automatically die to 4 or 5 damage in melee, and so yeah, that's gonna be another interesting one if somebody brings like just a bunch of boys and tries to flip the board. But yeah, I have no idea what I'm going to be facing up against. It's going to be fun. But yeah, going in there with a lack of knowledge means I really can't have a lot of plans going in, right? As opposed to Warzone. In Warzone, I kind of knew my competition actually. I knew a lot of the folks and the people who I do know, or who I didn't know. Other people said they'd played against, and they said they knew kind of how to do things. So it was a pretty solid, solid. I had a lot of information. In this one, I don't, but it's only 6 players, so I guess it's only it might only be 3 rounds in all honesty. To get maybe we'll go home early, just to get the number of people to get to undefeated. But that's another thing. It's only 3 rounds, so I have to win, and I'm gonna get to the top. So that's another consideration I had thought of. So it's gonna be a good prep. It's gonna do a lot for me, I think. And so we'll see what happens here. Intercession squad, like I said, rapid and durable.